Our Divine Mother and the Zodiac with Kel Ray. In previous videos, we spoke about aligning with the receptive center and how everything in the cosmos relies on the center in order to positively expand. In this video, we will explore the concept of the Madonna, the goddess, also known as the Divine Mother Principle, and how she relates to you. You know that the zodiacs describe the rhythm of life energy, and that the center is the one who directs the energy through this rhythm, and that this center is a receptive vibration that is the intelligent leader through life. Now let's go back to the cosmic tree for a moment to look at the flow of life energy. You exist within the Earth. Earth flows through a group of stars called the precession. The precession exists within the galaxy. And knowing how energy flows through the zodiac, we can see this entire flow of energy as a wave of light. The cosmic tree is comparable to actual tree growth, as energy pours forward from the roots via the center, which is known as the heartwood, and moves forward through a series of rings to grow the tree. The same process that occurs in the trunk also occurs in the branch, so that every branch mimics the growth system of the main tree. We can now see the galaxy is connected to the main universal trunk or center and the precessional branch which Earth is flowing through. And it is the flow from the universal center which connects all parts of the tree. This is how the universal tree expands as it grows galaxies and so on, all manifesting through the flow of love, which is the receptive force. And of course, the zodiac describes a natural progression of energy through this tree, which is known as the evolution of consciousness. As you grow your tree of consciousness, the universe grows too. The universe expands through creating you, and you belong to this family tree. I've been coloring the flow from the center as red, but let's recolor it black and look at this central force as it directs the flow of energy. Now we can see that energy flow takes two, both dark and light, and the white is the zodiac, and the dark is the receptive force known as love. So the zodiac represents the flow of energy moving by the way of the darkness in a universe expanding through love. However, our Milky Way galaxy is only one branch on a universal tree, all of which draw from the same universal source or root ball. The universal tree expands itself by growing branches, galaxies upon galaxies, which are also growing branches, all expanding in the same way. Now you know that this image of an ancient stone carving is visually describing the repeating nature of the expanding universe. It states all things move in the same way from small to large, and all things move by the way of the circle. So now you know what this image is communicating. It states that all galaxies are connected, and that they all flow from the same source in the same way. Within the darkness of the universe, the spiral of our galaxy is formed from points, which are stars. These stars create golden pathways that stimulate energy through cycles in an interconnected, loving, universal web of life. So like a tree, the growth of our entire universe is dependent on an energetic distribution system which we can call growth rings that are fed and directed by its center. Like anything living, the tree eventually dies back to its source, the dark, rich soils of the universe, yet the consciousness it grows always remains. The growth of consciousness is all due to the circle or cycle which is directed by its center. Circles large and small, all mimicking universal expansion and collapse, each with different gestation points of birth and death that move consciousness through evolutionary stages of being. The word circle comes from the word Circe, meaning feminine spirit, because it is a soft, receptive, loving force that allows and directs the flow of consciousness. Her vibration exists in the center of everything, everywhere, from molecules to universes, and it is known to us as the deep vibration of compassionate love. It is the dominant force and coined by physicists as sympathetic vibrations due to its vibration of being in sympathy. We can now imagine the unification of this loving central force which exists everywhere as collectively forming a universal being who guides energy through its cycle to grow its consciousness. This being fits the archetype of a loving mother who is raising a child. She is the one who wears the crown. She is the central force who directs every circle. If we stand back really far, we can imagine our galaxy as an eye on her universal body, and we are on the inside of her body looking up. As her eye opens, light streams through its center into her body to create activity, just as it does in your own body, and worlds come into being. At the closing of her eye, worlds cease to be as she goes to sleep, just like you do. You are created in the image of your mother. You are sympathetic vibration, which is surrounded by active light. Your body, like hers, operates best in a natural state of harmony. Just like you mimic the image of your mother, so too do your cells mimic you. So when you connect to your center, they connect to their centers, and you experience a feeling of unity, which you know as harmony. As you maintain the alignment to your center, your tree connects to the greater trees and divine knowledge is received as this cosmic unity occurs. As connection to the greater tree deepens, the bond between your divine mother and you, her child, deepens too. So now you know your loving heritage and that it is her vibration of deep compassionate love that controls all things, including all stars in the heavens. Her receptive force positively directs all energy within and on Earth as it focuses on its center. And so, of course, all energy in your body is positively directed by you as you focus on your center too. Love is power.